your boy Rootz from Team Relinquish, and here at TCGPlayer Satellite, we got the crew out here. Chilling. Well, as we know, this format is pretty much stale at the moment. No new banners from Konami as of yet. So, out of boredom, made something, and surprisingly, it's a lot more fun than I expected. It's True Draco Invoked Sky Striker. And I do enforce, like, this deck is a lot of fun. Going second is really, you can OTK your opponent. And this idea came out from Patrick Hoban when he played Invoked True Draco back at ARG Raleigh. I want to say about almost a year ago. I saw the deck profile. I was like, oh, this looks like a lot of fun. So basically, I just innovated a little bit more different, more deck choices, and get down to the deck and show you guys. Again, this is just for fun. You guys can take the deck and just do whatever that you want to do. But this is just for you guys right here. So, monster count, you play one Alistair. You don't want to play multiple copies of Alistair because this deck, very low monster count, but the one Alistair is pretty good. To the True Draco monster, play one Dino Knuckle, 2 Ignis, and 2 Majesty Maiden. You don't want to play too many copies of these guys. Opening up 3 Maiden is not the best card to open up in most cases, but it gets the job done. Ignis is pretty good. It can search out any True Draco spell card, and Dino Knuckle's the best one. I wish he was at 2, but this is the right ratio. I've been having a lot of fun with. That's all the monsters, and then to round them all off is just 2 Ghost Ogre. I wouldn't play Effect Veiler because Effect Veiler is pretty good, but at the same time, it doesn't get rid of the problem, and Ghost Ogre is pretty good. So that's all the monsters. I think about 10 or 11, something like that. For spells, my engages are being lent out at the moment, so they're not available for this deck profile, but you're playing 3 engages, 3 Hornet Drones. Those are all the Sky Striker cards that you're playing main board. Opening up 2 engages and getting to this card is basically like almost an instant +2 in most cases, because what you can do. That's all the Sky Striker cards, and then for more spells, you play with 1 Upstart Goblin, 39 cards practically, set rotation, because this card is just insanely broken. You play Pot of Desires because you draw more cards. Personally, I hate this card, but in a deck like this, it's really good. 1 Book of Law, because who doesn't like bringing out a free mecha buff for free? That's all the 1-0 spells. 2 Invocation, pretty simple, self-explanatory. The True Draco spells, 3 Disciple, 3 Heritage. You don't want to play any less than that. These are the best True Draco spell cards, the only ones that are relevant. So, play that. Field spells, 3 Down for Men, 3 the Diagram, and 2 Magical Meltdown. You don't want to open up too many copies of this. This is, as far as ratio as I was concerned, these are the best ratios. I wouldn't bump this. This is perfect. That's all spells. And then for chops, you're playing the 1 Skill Drain, 1 Waterfall, 1 True King's Return, and 3 Apocalypse. You're playing 3 Apocalypse because this card is insanely broken. It can be activated in Diamond Step. True King Return can bring right any True Draco monster. I was playing 3 Maidens at one point, but I realized this card's pretty good because when your opponent tries to get rid of a True Draco card, you can chain it, send it to the graveyard, and get a draw. And this card can be searchable. And you can search out any worm monster from your deck, so it comes up. And I don't need to discuss this card. This card's on 1 on the ban list. So that's the main deck, 40 cards. Extra deck, for a little bit fun here. Tokens. The Sky Striker tokens, they're all ass. Literally, they are ass. They're in German. Then you play 1 Nightmare Goblin, because Goblin with token and Alistair equals game. You can almost summon Alistair twice. The Sky Striker package, 1 Hayate, 1 Suzuku, and 2 Kagari. This is perfect for the ratio because you can get to Kagari as much as possible, and Hayate, when it comes into time, you can steal a game for 1,500 top points, and Suzuku. Or basically when you're going first and you open up a very subpar and you open up 2 Draco cards, you can set Apocalypse and have a 2 Draco monster and start trying to engage. So you have a play during your opponent's turn to actually interrupt their turn, and all 2 Draco monsters search, which is Majesty searches out a monster, Ignis searches out a spell, and Knuckle Dino Fighter searches out the chalk card. So that's pretty good. Recently, this card has become my favorite Link monster because of its design and its flexibility and usage. I'm playing 2 Alistair Invoker of Madness. As I've been playing the deck, like I said, it's been a lot of fun. This card has been coming up where the second one has come up. Because sometimes you do have an OTK, sometimes you don't. So the second one does in some scenarios. So I won't change that. It's pretty good. 1 Unicorn, Nightmare Unicorn. This is the best one in for this deck. It does a lot of damage, like spot removal, spraying back a card, or sometimes you could Cold Link it next to the Goblin, and it gets the job done. 1 Artifact, Durandal. I do not own number 60 on Volcasaurus, so I would play Volcasaurus if I owned it, but the next best Link monster would be Durandal. Durandal's effect is pretty relevant because during either player's turn, if your opponent activates a monster spell or any effect whatsoever, you can detach a material and make it to pop any of your 2 Draco spell, or basically that way, or you can shuffle either your hand and rearrange everything. So it's a very good card, especially in late game applications to make game. And 1 Gaia Charger, because stealing games where your opponent has a token and you just go 2,600 pairs for, it's pretty free. That's all for Exceeds. And then for Fusions, which is the best part of the deck, is 1 Raijin. And this is kind of bold as hell. 2 Purgatrio, because why the fuck not? And 2 Mechaba. Like I said, this deck is a lot of fun. If you guys want to experiment with it, actually take it to your locals and ball out. If you could afford to. I mean, it's up to you guys. That's the deck, guys. The reason why there's no card demise in this deck is because card demise restricts you, and it says you cannot spell something the turn that you activate, and your opponent takes no battle damage. This deck is very controlled, and at the same time you want to do a lot of damage. It can compete and break Goki boards, Trickstars, can't deal with Skill Drain. So it's a deck that's still a lot of fun, but also it can deal with the meta implications at this current time. This your boy Rootz signing out. Till next time, guys. Peace.